Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Daily High with your hosts, Matt McGregor and Tone Vase. Good morning, Tone. How are you, mate?
Morning. Morning. I am good. Man, diving here is so cool. Wait till I start posting videos. These couple of dives were awesome. Also, as you get better at diving, like you actually have time to use the camera, right? So as when you're a beginner diver, you're like, shit, how do I survive? And now it's like easy. Now I have time to like go diving and record cool shit.
I can't wait to see it. Follow Tone on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. The link might be in the description below, but if not, alpha.blackbox. Why not follow me? Big fight coming up. It's going to be some interesting footage. All right, let's crack on. Look, this is going to be a easy breezy light show today because, look, let's be honest. The price has done nothing. We're the same price as yesterday, right? And I'm gonna blow through this like you wouldn't believe. You know, on the weekly candle, we've come up, retouched the 7, and we're sitting exactly in the middle of Tone's range. Not interesting at all. The oscillators that we looked at haven't made their move yet. It's nothing to add that wasn't on yesterday's show. The daily time frame it's much the same. Like we had a nice-ish day yesterday, to be honest, considering that we had 4 dojis in a row, which were awful. Today has come up and retested the 50 and is fading. I'm still in the trade from 97.028. I said 97.035 last night, but it is 97.028. I was wrong. And the price is falling as we speak. So I don't know if I can even last through this 5-minute show without having to close this trade out. Don't like what's currently happening on this current candle. 4-hour time frame. Boom. This is that Truman Show effect that, yesterday when we did the show, it might have been on this candle here. I said, look, I'm not going to hold this through my break-even point, and I did just while I was asleep. Didn't get out of this trade, was up about 25%, didn't do anything, and now it's coming back down. But I mean, like, look where my entry price is. It's like on the almost exactly to the dollar of the 30 simple moving average, which I actually think makes total sense that we would come back down and once again, in the Truman Show fashion, touch my entry price and while we're doing the show and make it awkward for me. And then, it's late. I got to go to bed. This is not the show about me. I'm just saying, like, it just makes sense that this would come back down to here at 97 and then recover throughout the rest of the day. That makes sense to me. But it just puts me in a tricky position because I hold through it and watch it deteriorate? I don't know. 15-minute time frame. Much the same. We've just touched on the 200 simple moving average. We've just had a green diamond. Not that I care about the green diamonds all that much on the 15-minute time frame, but they can be really amazing, like the one back here on the 25th and coming back into the green wave. It's not. This is like kind of not the time I want to sell. This hour of the day, being so close to the 10 a.m. reversal, just like dipping back in, getting the green diamonds and whatnot. But it is so near to my entry price that it's not good, right? So, but look, I'm coming off screen share right now because I don't really have anything to say that wasn't said yesterday, except for I've written some notes here from yesterday's show, which I didn't really. I think I sort of hammered home on, but it's more Tone's analysis yesterday I thought was really apt. Being in that range that we've been in for a week and not trading, I think is really, really smart because this is real tricky trading zones and we're continually fading. We get in these false breakouts that are just coming back down. 4 dojis in a row is unheard of. And even now, I don't have a good read on the market. I am still in the long. I think that it could come back down to my price and then bounce off or go lower. I don't know. So it goes back to that range. Sometimes it's very clear when we're directionally, either it's up or down, I can really pick that. And at the moment I can't. And if this one fails, I might not try again because it's been about 4 in a row over the last week and a half, which I've been on the right side of. It's gone up $2,000 or $3,000, come back down to break even, and I'm a bit sick of it. So I might, if this stops out at break even, which it looks like it is, I might just follow the no trade zone, Tone. your no trade zone. I think it makes total sense. Could save myself a lot of time of watching the markets. Please like and subscribe. Please share it with your friends. Add us on Instagram. Use the affiliate links in the description below. And Tone, what are we seeing, mate? You got any more clarity than me? I mean, we're at my break-even price right this minute.
All right, let's look, it's not looking good, but also you have to factor in the time of day, because between market open in 40 minutes and 10 a.m., if we continue to go down, as long as we don't start threatening, sub $96,000 prices, we're okay. Here's what is not good, in that when I went to bed yesterday, around 1 a.m. and we topped on an hourly MRI top, and we're still going down from that since 2 in the morning. This is the hourly chart, and we literally broke all the moving averages. So this current 1 hour candle needs to reverse. There were no relevant economic news today. We had some small business optimism, but you can see the yellow mark, so it's not really important at all. And everyone is preparing for the CPI tomorrow. This is Trump's first official CPI reading while he's president. And if the CPI comes in strong, it comes in good with good news, that, well, sort of, right? Remember, if inflation comes in low, that means that the Fed may lower the rate, actually, if it comes in low. So either way, I think the CPI news will rally the markets. I think no matter what happens with the CPI, because if the CPI comes in bad, that inflation is increasing. No, actually, that would be bad. That means that the Fed's gonna have to, like, won't be lowering the rate. So let's hope that the CPI comes in lower. It is expected to be 0.03, so it's already expected to be lower than the prior month. So as long as the CPI comes in good, we're okay. And I think people are just being concerned over the CPI, and they're exiting the speculative markets out of a little bit of fear that there could be something with the CPI. The daily chart is still looking bullish. I mean, I don't like these wicks on the upper side, but I drew this little trend line, and let's see if we can hold this trend line. I don't like to draw a trend line with 2 points, but this one was just too obvious. And we had all these dojis. I'm still optimistic. As long as we're not breaking below 96, I think we're okay. We got this really nice floor at 96,500 with the candle open. We can break that to the downside a little bit, but then we have to still close above it by end of day. So by end of day, by end of this candle, I really need to see us above 97. Ideally, I want this candle to be green, not red. So as long as this candle gets back above 97.5, I'm still kind of bullish. As for your short trade, you're getting caught in a really bad time of day. So I personally would not panic until I see prices lower than 97 after 11 a.m. but Eastern time. But what can happen between now and 11 a.m.? Who the fuck knows, right? Like, we can go all the way to 90 between now and 11 a.m. This is one of the tricky things of trading Bitcoin. But for now, I think Bitcoin's got a decent shot of reversing. Really don't like the fact that we went lower than this massive 1 hour long consolidation. Again, we still have, well, no, we only have 5 minutes. We're not reversing all the way back to 97.5 here. So it's rough. I like my no trade zone. I know it's boring, and some people would want to buy right now at the bottom of this trade zone and then ride it to the top and then maybe sell the top. I don't like to do that. I'm not a range trader. I either try to time a low when it matches up with multiple TA metrics, or I like to buy the breakout when it matches up with 0 TA metrics, right? So I have these two polar opposite trading strategies. Either I need the perfect buy the dip with an MRI and all that stuff. And you guys know what my favorite buying opportunity was in the last like 2 years now, and that was the crash to 20,000. Where was that? Right here, right? This is where every single TA metrics that I care about happened right here on this one single candle. So either give me one of these buy the dips, or I buy the breakout, which requires no TA whatsoever. You buy the breakout, you buy the all-time high, you buy the breakout. This is probably one of the simplest and most profitable trading strategies anybody could do, is buy the breakout. That's it. And right now we're waiting for that breakout, and the breakout will come once the price of Bitcoin starts closing. This is what, daily? Starts closing daily candles above 106. Give me another daily close above 106, and requires no TA whatsoever, and then you just blindly buy and hold it into the 120s, 130s, where as high as it wants to go. So these are kind of my two trading strategies. Oh boy, you closing your trade, brother? That's off camera, probably dealing with the trade. I'm sure the S&P 500 futures are.
Sorry.
No,
I'm back. I said like I'm currently still in the trade, but I'm monitoring it,
So on a 10-minute scale, let's see where the MRI is sitting. Not good. Plenty of room to the downside here. I don't like it, but let's see. Let's see what happens. I do think Bitcoin can break out any moment this quarter. If we go to the monthly chart, overall it looks fairly strong. I'm not expecting anything this month, but next month there's very likely to get a breakout. It's actually good that we're not going to get anything this month. This is the 5th candle of a monthly MRI swing, and I hate it when the 5th candle is a monster breakout candle, because when the 5th candle is a monster breakout candle, it creates very, very hard to get an MRI top off a big rise. Because first of all, this candle needs to beat the top of the 5th candle, and now you have this consolidation. So I would rather see the big breakouts happen on candle number 7 or 8, ideally on candle number 9. But candle number 8 is usually my favorite candle to have, the massive upswing on. And we've had these before. We had it right here as well at the end, and there was just one more month. Remember, the month following an MRI top is still a month not to purchase, is still a month to potentially exit. So we do have leeway, one candle up and down around the MRI candle. Let's go to that S&P chart and have one final look at that. The thing is this one. The futures aren't doing that bad this morning. It's mostly just contained to Bitcoin. So I wouldn't be too pessimistic here. I think Bitcoin has a good chance of reversing, within the next 2 hours. So I would be a little more loose with my stop losses on Bitcoin this morning versus being extra conservative. The ETFs continue to, well, actually, they did not accumulate additional Bitcoin on Monday, but BlackRock did. BlackRock continues to accumulate Bitcoin even when other ETFs are dumping. It just leads to massive consolidation. This is why I trade the BlackRock ETF, because it's just unreasonably more liquid. You can see the liquidity. Now look at the volume of the BlackRock ETF, and it's greater than all the other volume combined. You can see the sum is only 13 million shares versus BlackRock alone at 46 million shares. It is a complete and utter domination by the BlackRock ETF. I'm surprised some of these other ones still exist, like the Invesco one and the Wisdom Tree one. No one is trading these things. They're very, very, very illiquid. I generally try not to trade anything that has less than 500,000 average volume. And the VanEck and Valkyrie, they have less than 500,000 average volume. And so keep an eye on this. The ETFs are now holding over 1 million Bitcoin. Probably by end of this year, they can start pushing the 2 million angle. I think they can ramp up the holding of Bitcoin very, very quickly. All right, guys, we promised to keep the show short today. It's been 15 minutes, and let's call it a day. Just want to double check Max Payne for Friday. I just put 56.5. It's now down to 56. So where are we now? Where is it set to open, actually? We're opening at 55. So a little bit of bullishness into Friday close to get us to 56. Another reason why to stay a little patient and a little relaxed with your stop losses. IBIT is calling for a little bit of upside, tiny bit, into the week close. All right, Matt, close us out.
Yeah, look, I'm thinking about just closing this trade and going to bed. I'm not doing it now live on air, but it's just a good lesson for traders. Like, I'm currently 2.79% down on this trade. I can just hit close, go to bed, and feel nothing. Totally nothing. Totally reset. Sleep like a baby. Means nothing to me. Always take that option over stress. Always take that option over stress. And on that bombshell, we'll see you for the Wednesday midweek show tomorrow. Thank you for joining us once again. Go Bitcoin.